Hi, my name is Justine and I am a shopaholic. Hello, welcome back to my journal. Today's journal entry feels like a confession. I know I'm not alone in this. Not that that's a justification, but when you're a sewing addict, you also tend to be a fabric hoarder. You just can't help it. Well, I cannot help it. One of my favorite things to do at night when it's too late to be sewing something, I'm on my phone browsing fabric shops online and putting things in my basket. I try to be responsible and not check these fabrics out. I leave them in my basket for months on end. But some nights when I feel really inspired, I check out these baskets. I feel like that's a responsible way of shopping. Right, where do I start? I think maybe I'll start with the fabric patterns because I only have three. So last December, Butterick had a 50% sale. And of course, I cannot resist a sale. I bought two patterns. So the first pattern is this quite traditional coat pattern. This pattern is for a lined, very loose-fitting double-breasted jacket and coat. The coat has long raglan sleeves with bias cuffs, front welt pockets, notch collar, and top stitching. You have View A, which is the longer coat, and View B, which is the shorter version. I am thinking of copying exactly how they've shown View B, which is made in a check or tartan fabric. I'd like to make this coat maybe end of summer so that I have something ready for winter or even autumn. The second pattern that I bought from the sale was this waistcoat and trousers pattern. This pattern is called the Lisette. It has fully lined button front waistcoat which features back ties. The trousers and shorts have pleat front, side pockets, and an invisible side zipper. I bought this pattern for two reasons. Of course, I want to wear this style, but there's two design elements that I'd like to really practice sewing, and that's the welt pockets and the zip on the trousers. I still cannot figure out how I managed to finish the trousers that I've made with zips. Every time I insert a zip on the trousers, it always feels like it's the first time I'm doing it. I'm not sure why. I think I'm just really not getting how it's done, even though I'm the one who actually made it. I know it's bonkers. I'm not sure if that made sense, but anyway. So yes, I'd like to make this waistcoat and trousers pattern at some point this year. Hopefully not too late because I think this would be a really good summer outfit. The last pattern I bought is this lowest dress pattern. This dress pattern is designed by a brand called Tessuti. This is a vintage inspired dress featuring a v-neck bodice and a floaty A-line skirt that falls to midi length. Finishing features include cuffed armbands, a top stitch detail around the neckline and waist, and an invisible side zipper. I think this dress is perfect for a summer holiday. I am thinking I will be pairing it with this cherry print fabric from Rainbow Fabrics. I like cherry prints and I like red and pink color combinations. And when I saw this, I thought I really have to get that fabric. I am only disappointed that it is a little bit too thin. The description of this poly satin on the website was 8 out of 10 in terms of opacity. For me, this would be 7 if not 6.5. I love how drapey the fabric is, but I really do not like that this was too staticky.
I mean, it wasn't exactly pleasant ironing this because it was really crackling with static. So I'm not sure how it will be when I've actually made it into a garment.
But anyway, I thought this and this pattern would really make a good combination. Two other things that I bought from Rainbow Fabrics on two different occasions. The second one is this check fabric.
This is a soft, medium weight polycotton with a slight texture. I bought this fabric because I like the combination of colors on it. If this was a stiffer fabric, it would have been perfect for that butterick coat pattern.
I think this and this pattern would be a good combination. I am imagining the trousers can be worn with other plain colored tops.
Light blue or light ochre or light mustard plain tops would go nicely with the trousers.
Sorry, I forgot I bought four patterns rather than three. So the other pattern was this Nomi jacket.
This Nomi pattern is for an oversized bomber jacket which has front zipper closures, rounded sleeves, mandarin collar, rounded patch pockets with zipper opening, and elastic waist.
I forgot about this because I put it together with a fabric that I was thinking I should use it for. When I saw this on the website, I thought that's a little bit of me. When it arrived, though, I was a little bit disappointed because it wasn't as pink as I thought it was on the website.
It's actually baby pink, and in certain light, it looks like a dusty purple pink. This fabric is a dead stock medium weight wool, also from Rainbow Fabrics.
I bought this fabric because I thought this is the perfect material to use with this butterick coat pattern. However, I thought it might look too traditional. I mean, the style of the coat is very traditional, and of course, a houndstooth pattern is classic or traditional. So I thought maybe I should try a different silhouette. So that's why I bought this pattern. I thought using a traditional or a classic style wool would go well with a more modern jacket pattern. So let's see.
Another recent purchase is this white broderie anglaise fabric. This is 100% pure cotton, and I bought this from the remnant section of Fabrics Galore.
I think this fabric is perfect for summer, and I'm thinking I'll make another one of this tie top blouse. I only have 85 centimeters of the fabric, so maybe I will have to modify the sleeves. I'll see how much fabric I have left after I cut the bodice pieces out, and then I'll decide if I have enough fabric to make these kinds of sleeves, or maybe, I don't know, maybe just make cap sleeves or something. Well, I'm almost finished confessing my sins. Last fabric set that I have is these fabrics that I bought from Lamasi Fabrics. It's the first time that I bought from that website, and I was happy with the service. The fabrics were dispatched quickly, and I like how they tie the purchases in the bag.
I also like these color bundles that they have on the website. They match the main fabric with a ribbing, so all you need to do is pick the quantity that you need. So, for the project that I have in mind, which is just a short sleeve top, I picked a meter of the French terry fabric and half a meter of the ribbing. The main fabric is this cotton French terry from the designer Nerida Hansen. I like the graphic floral print as well as the color combination of this fabric. This fabric design comes in three other colorways, but I think this moss green version is just right. I think it will be the perfect colorway for the activity I have in mind. I like to go for walks, hiking, or bird watching activities with my friends. So I think I will make a cozy top with this fabric for when I do one of those activities. I might use one of these colorful plastic zippers that I already have in my stash as they go really nicely with the flowers.
I have been meaning to use this patch for a long time now. Well, actually, ever since I bought it.
I thought this brown sweatshirting fabric from Lamatsi was the perfect fabric to go with it. The fabric is really soft and I'm sure it will be so comfortable to wear. However, it's not the perfect brown for the patch. I knew when I bought it online that it wasn't the perfect brown, but it was the closest brown I can find online. In some lights, the fabric looks a bit reddish or maroon brown, but sometimes it just looks like a dull brown. I think I might just use this fabric with this patch anyway. And I might add the black ribbing around the collar for contrast.
Spring is definitely in the air, and we had 3 sunny days here in the north, and I'm so happy. Sunshine definitely is a good mood booster. I really had a good day yesterday with my friends walking around Edinburgh. It was 18, 19 degrees. It was really, really lovely. The agenda for yesterday was to see the flowers at the Royal Botanic Gardens, so that's why I'm inspired to wear this top for today's video.
These are some of the flowers at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Edinburgh. Roughly at the same time last year, I was in Annick Garden admiring the cherry blossoms. As you can see, I wore this orange top. I used ready-made cross grain ribbon for the bows, which I found were not the best ones to use. If I don't tie the knots really, really tightly, it slips. I thought it was alright then because I wore it with a vest underneath. However, when I wore this recently, I thought I much prefer it wearing it on its own, so I better change the ribbons. Since I hardly throw anything away, I still have some of this Liberty fabrics left, which I use to make the bows. I'm not encouraging you to spend, but if you're thinking of buying sewing supplies, you might as well take advantage of the Easter sales this weekend. Here are some I've seen. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that I won't be spending any more over this weekend.
So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed looking at the fabrics I bought recently, and I hope you had a good laugh listening to my overly ambitious plans for the summer. Until next time, take care and happy sewing. Bye!